Hello everyone, this is Bowser Galaxy 10. Damien can't think of a funny comment this time. Apparently.
Probably could have, but I didn't have time. I realized I was like,
you said you were ready, but you weren't. You were not ready.
Yes, I wasn't ready for this anime. And how quickly it took over my life for a bit.
As anyone who was following during the time we were recording, shortly before and during the time we were watching this anime, you were probably aware of Damien with one of these characters as his profile pic.
On Discord, at least.
On Discord, anyway. Those of you on the Discord.
And other people on the on Nathan's Discord in particular know that I post gifs of this 24/7.
Yep.
Bocchi the Rock.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, how I was introduced to this clips, which was how, fun fact, 90% of people were. Because it flopped terribly when it went on Crunchyroll the first time. But then clips started being uploaded to YouTube, and then everyone knew this show.
Yep.
And it's like every day that passes that I see more and more memes popping up of it.
Yeah, I will say it was really fun. It was really fun to, I was very happy when literally the evening after, I think it was like our second session watching this, I go on like a meme compilation and immediately see my first Bocchi meme.
Yep.
I'm like, yes! Bocchi! Bocchi is here!
Yep. So where do we start? Is there really a plot to go over?
I mean, the plot is kind of just...
Bocchi character development?
Bocchi has social anxiety. Bocchi learns how to play guitar. She becomes internet sensation. That's kind of the backstory.
Yep.
And then she decides then she ends up joining this band of people. And yeah, they start a band together.
Yep.
And it is wholesome and fun and goofy as heck, and what even is this anime?
Brilliance is what it is. Can you tell that this is going to be a positive review of Bocchi the Rock?
Yeah, if you want to quit before we spoil anything, Bocchi is great. Bocchi is fantastic. This anime is fantastic.
Yeah, before we spoil you, if you haven't watched this, go ahead and try and find a way to watch it.
Absolutely recommends. It is very...
It's only 12 episodes long. It does not take long. You will find something to enjoy here.
I will say this, it is very clear that this is a labor of love.
Yes.
The animators having the time of their lives.
What I'm getting from this is that Persona 5 the animation was definitely a budget problem. And not the animator's fault. Because this is the same animation studio.
The animators, this is one of those things where the animators are having too much fun.
Yes.
In the best possible way I can make.
How many freaking references are there in this show to other animation?
We probably missed half of them. There's so many.
Yeah. Bocchi has a Yamcha death pose. That's how much this anime goes.
But yeah. So where we go?
The animation?
I would say it is, well, first of all, utter madness. They just... I think might be the single best anime I've watched in terms of how well it does comedy through animation.
Yes.
The animation,
it's got freaking live action, 3D, 2D, 3D model, beta.
they do like every freaking thing you could possibly throw into an animation. They just throw it in here, and it's 12 episodes. How do they put that much insanity in 12 episodes? I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's insane. They had so much fun with this anime.
And also, as you can probably tell, you don't have to be a super music lover to enjoy this.
Yeah.
It probably enhances a few jokes, but it helps.
Yeah,
it's not required.
I'm not a guitarist, but I know enough about guitar to know that they put in extra effort to make it.
The playing animation in this show is fantastic, from what I've heard. It's on point to a T.
Yeah,
to a meticulous intent.
I can't say that I can't definitely say that, I don't play guitar, so I can't, be like, oh yes, that fret matches up with the note that I am hearing, but...
From what I've heard online, it pretty much is.
It looks like they put in that effort to me.
Yeah.
They at least are moving their hand at the time. I can tell they're moving their hand in time with the chords changing. I can definitely say that much.
Yeah. It's also a reason why, even if there's eventually an English dub of this anime, I would recommend the Japanese one, because it is timed so perfectly in the Japanese version. I feel like an English version would break apart.
It could probably be done, but yeah.
It also really helps that the singers in the songs are the Kita actress.
Yeah.
So it is actually from the band.
Mm-hmm. So I would say this is the best animated production I have ever seen in my life, but it's probably in the top 10 at least.
Yeah.
The animation's fantastic.
Again, I show people this anime, and then I remind them that it's then I tell them it's the same Persona 5 animation people, and they're like, what?
Yeah. I was this is them when they actually have money. And probably time as well.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And also a few years of experience, I suppose, but,
Yeah.
Anyway, it's nearly 9 minutes in. How about we go into characters now?
Yep.
Do we go to side characters first?
Sure.
Okay, so, Nijiko's sister? The manager's son? Manager's son?
She is a tsundere lady.
Soon.
She's very tsundere. She's great. She's not, but out of the four main characters, out of all the relevant named characters,
yeah.
I think she's probably...
She's the level-headed one.
Yeah.
And not the fake level-headed one. We'll get to you in a moment.
She's staring into my soul. But yeah, she honestly, she's not one of the main characters, but she's definitely important enough that I don't think the band would have gotten off the ground without her.
Yeah. I mean,
The fact that she owns the club aside.
And also the fact that she's not just I like the fact that she also is I think the tsundere aspect works really well for the fact for her bond with Nijika. Where it's like I'm not gonna say you're good just because you're family. You have to actually earn the right to play here.
Yeah. And I will say that is like when you're like trying to get criticism, when you're trying to get criticism on stuff, that kind of having that kind of person is like the most valuable person you can have.
Yeah.
I think. The person who they won't sugarcoat things. If you're bad, they'll tell you you're bad.
It's why Bocchi showed the lyrics to Rio first.
Because Rio will tell you if you're bad. But yeah, Seika Ijichi, pretty great.
Yeah.
Not my favorite character, but she definitely makes the show better.
The anime misses out on her best moment from the manga because it just doesn't reach that point of the manga, but it definitely works.
Yeah.
I know a slight bit about the manga as well. Mostly the later parts after the anime's done. But yeah, she definitely forms a bond with this band in the manga by the end.
By the way, she has a pretty fun dynamic with her, the other
acquaintance. Kikuri Hiroi.
I was more referring to the black haired girl who's just hanging around all the time. And
the secretary?
Yeah. Pretty much just calls her out on her dere side of her tsundere all the time. Yep. And she's like, shut up.
Yep.
That's fun.
I thought you were talking about the other person.
But
I thought you were talking about Drunky.
Hikori, the drunk fan.
Man, she works.
Yeah, she's great. It's
like they could have screwed her up so much, but they got her dead on as the somewhat role model.
Yeah, like she. I think what's really cool about her is like she's kind of drunk and kind of drunk. She's very drunk, but she's like
at first you really think that she's going to be like, oh, you're just not a good idea to listen to. But then Bocchi actually listens to her, and it actually improves a lot.
Like she ends
like she's that type of person where it's like you don't think they're much, but then you actually listen to them, and then you're like, okay, you actually have points. Like you're actually experienced at this.
I'm sure you also have areas where we're like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Not gonna be like you in that area. I mean, not that Bocchi could get drunk anyway, but
yeah.
I'm not old enough. I still have to. Bocchi, when you're old enough, don't do it.
We already saw that flash forward to what would happen. But yeah, Hiroi really works.
Yeah.
So I guess that's all the side characters that really... I guess that's really all of them. Unless we really want to briefly talk about the Bocchi fans, I guess.
You're talking about the Bocchi,
Bocchi family and fan club.
Yeah. Well, I think... I really like how it is really cool how her family is portrayed.
Yeah.
It's always interesting with the severely introverted character, severely introverted, socially anxious characters, when you see them with their family, and it's like the social anxiety thing is kind of still there, but there's at the same time
familiarity.
There's also that familiarity going on, so the dynamic is very different from most other characters. It's very interesting to see. I think the first time that really struck me was with Fluttershy and My Little Pony. When you finally see her with her family, and she's like way more out. She's still Fluttershy, but like she's literally like sassing her brother, and it's great. Anyways, but yeah,
Bocchi's Bocchi's sister's just funny.
Poor Bocchi just kind of gets rolled over gets walked all over by her.
Yeah.
Poor Bocchi.
Bocchi's mom doesn't really pop up too much, but does seem like a supporting role in her.
Yeah.
And then Bocchi's dad. The one to literally start it all.
Yep.
Well, damn near to start it all, because it was him that gave the guitar. And also the fact that his face is never shown is just funny.
They're like, oh no, we have to show his face now. What do we do? Put a dog on his head.
Or put his child on instead.
Something like put a small creature that can't intelligibly speak on his head.
So, do you want to know the weird part of that, by the way?
Yeah.
You not seeing his face is anime exclusive. That's only in the anime.
Interesting.
At least from what I've read online. Again, I haven't seen the manga, but from what I've heard online, that is only anime exclusive. And I'm like, why? And why does it work? With how freaking stupid this anime is anyway. Bocchi's fans.
Yay, Bocchi fans. I don't really know what else to say.
So who are the four first? Clearly we have to save one for last.
I think Nijuko first.
Yeah, that works, because she was the first one Bocchi met.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nijika Ijiki. It's hard to explain the thoughts.
Yay, Ambiverts!
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Honestly, it took me a while to realize that she's not an extrovert, which honestly is like, that's like exactly how I am with most ambiverts. Yep. I'm like, oh, you're definitely an extrovert, and then I get to know them better, and they start to show their introvert side, and I'm like, oh, you're not an extrovert. Oh, okay. Nope. Okay. You're just so much more extroverted than me. I just thought.
Especially compared to the to the true introverts.
Yeah.
Well, the one introvert and the loner.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like Nijika almost is like the one who keeps the band together more than.
Well, she is the leader of it, and it works.
She's the leader, and like honestly, I don't think they ever would have really got together. Well, they would not have got together without her, and I think they probably would have fallen apart without her too.
Yep. But yeah, I think Nijika literally got both of them. Both of the ones that actually joined because of her.
Yeah. I will admit, she is the one who I have the most trouble remembering her name. I've already in this review had to check my notes multiple times to remember her name.
And it's also kind of funny that you mentioned that because she makes a joke that she's the background drummer of the band.
Poor Nijika.
Where they're all like, let's bring our instruments around, and then she's like, oh yeah, great idea, except for the drummer, except for the poor drummer.
I have sticks. Now I feel bad.
But yeah, Nijika definitely works as also the person to be the most. She's closest to being the level-headed one of the band and she her bond with Bocchi really works out.
Yeah. Like, in some way, like, I feel like I think Bocchi probably feels the closest to Rio as a fellow introvert, but I feel like
second place is definitely Niji.
I feel like Nijika is probably the most supportive towards Bocchi.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Definitely the mom of the group.
Probably that's partly just because of Rio's personality, but
yeah. But yeah, Nijika is definitely the close mom of the group.
Yeah.
Making sure the others are alive.
She's the one she's kind of the one you don't that doesn't immediately come to mind, but when you really think about it, you're like, oh.
Yep.
Respect for this lady.
Yep.
Respect for this girl. She's cool.
So Ryu or Iku, yo?
Iku Okita. She is
internet. Meet your challenge for the waifu you want. Very into Rio.
Yeah.
Like that's most of her character, and also extroverted as hell. Heat aura.
The number of times that Bocchi is just like, ah, the extroverted energy is too much.
Yeah. I've definitely felt that with people.
I think that I will say though, I think the biggest thing I appreciate about her character, and Nijika kind of does this too. The fact that like Bocchi will be like falling apart, and then they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna join in. Let's just hang with Bocchi.
Yeah, you can really tell that they definitely figure out Bocchi because at the beginning they're just like what the hell are you doing? And then literally like around episode 8 they literally they're in the fantasies that Bocchi has. Where like one of the biggest ones to me is the one where they head to Bocchi's house and they all just turn to ash and become Bocchi's.
It's so cool to see, like, and like, I think I also really like, I think it was Kita that it was like, man, Bocchi is so cool, like Bocchi is like, just being her usual bizarre, weird self, and Kita's like, oh man, Bocchi's so cool! I love Bocchi, she's great!
Yep.
I love when Bocchi is just being weird.
Yep.
Oh, like, this is so wholesome, it makes me happy.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Kita's fantastic.
Yeah.
Real obsessed nut.
It's like, wow. She's a total simp, and somehow it doesn't ruin her character for me.
Nope. Rio Yamada.
The queen is here. bow to your queen. And spot her because she has no money.
Yep. They somehow keep that joke going for 12 episodes. And it works.
You know, it literally just occurred to me now. She has literally just swap visual artist for bass guitarist and change the gender to female. It's Yusuke Kitagawa.
Huh.
She's kind of just Yusuke.
Even has the hair color.
Well, maybe a little bit less. Maybe a little bit less maniacal, but
yeah. Well, unless it's about money.
Same energy, though.
Unless it's about money, in which case Rio is definitely maniacal and literally looking at everything as a way to buy to get money.
She's more deadpan.
Yes. And also, it's just funny where Bocchi is like, fellow introvert. Wait, no, she's an introvert by choice.
This is the introvert who is comfortable in their skin and knows that and has no problem asserting boundaries.
Yep.
Probably to an excess that is not necessarily good, but
yeah,
it sure is entertaining.
Rio's actress is perfection.
The facts that let me put it like this. She is in competition for the most entertaining character to watch in this show. The fact that she is in the same show as Bocchi, that says a lot.
Yep.
She is so funny.
She's even the only one without a hoge on the hair.
I don't need a hoge.
I don't have the money for an ahoge. Well, I think that means we're down to the last one.
Guitar Hero, Bocchi the Rock.
Hitori Goto, Bocchi-chan. Oh my god! You go adventures with this girl's mind.
Yeah.
This was the animator's favorite character.
Yeah. You can't go 5 minutes without some mad vision of
everything going horribly wrong. How do we even explain Bocchi?
I guess I could say this. They absolutely nail combining the comedy of Bocchi just going completely off the rails in her anxiety and sometimes daydreaming about her
selfish success.
Yeah. They do a super good job with the comedy, but then they also do a really good job of like making it relatable and they're like, yeah, that's what's like as I think both of us have struggled somewhat with social anxiety, and we can both attest. I don't think we've had it this bad. I don't think we usually have it this bad, but that is what it's like.
Yep.
That is accurate.
Very.
It's just funny because it's so over the top.
Indeed.
And it's also funny just because the animator with the animated animation, you're like, they did not have to do that, but they did that. They did that for you.
Yep.
They went the whole 9 yards for you.
Yeah.
For your enjoyment.
But yeah, I do like the best part of this anime is definitely Bocchi's growth as a character.
Yeah. It's
like
very
them
cool
very slowly breaking this introvert out of her shell.
And I think it's also like a cool, realistic bit that like throughout the show, over and over, the other members of the band are like, "Wait, I thought she was okay now.
Yep.
I thought she got better, but I guess not." And I was like, "Yep, that's how it is."
Yep.
You proven what? It's like, yeah, it's better in this area, but this thing that seems like it should be the exact same thing, but it's in a different situation. Yeah, it's totally.
One of my favorite parts
totally
of the whole anime is in one of the first few episodes where Bocchi finishes work and is like, "I've climbed so much," and they're like, "You've taken a step forward," and Bocchi's like, "A step."
Yeah.
But yeah, the animation makes Bocchi work so damn well.
Yeah.
My god, this anime's great.
But yeah. Bocchi the Rock.
And also Bocchi being the lyric maker is just hilarious. Like the fact that they made Bocchi the lyric maker is perfection. Especially when you realize that the anxiety introvert is making lyrics for the super extrovert to sing.
I'm depressed! Wink!
Yeah, and especially when you have subtitles for the songs, you definitely figure out that it's a treasure.
And by the way, in case you were wondering, the songs are legit just really good.
Yeah.
They wrote really good songs.
Yeah, there's like 12 songs. In Japan, there's actually an official Kensoku band soundtrack. It's supremely goddamn expensive to get in the US. Otherwise, I would have it. Because goddamn, this anime is hilarious and beautiful. I love it. I love the show.
So yeah.
So favorite moments of the anime?
I think that the biggest like feel-good narrative payoff moment I feel like is in episode 10 when they have their first big major concert.
Yeah.
I've actually seen a little bit online of people being like, yeah, episode 10 is, like, that's, like, they not to say that episode 11, and nothing against episodes 11 and 12, but, like, episode 10 is, like, peak Bocchi.
Yeah.
I think also I really liked I think in terms of the best, like, funny / wholesome moment was when Kita and Nijika went to Bocchi's house.
Yes. That whole episode
that whole time at Bocchi's house is just delightful.
And also their message to Rio that she's gonna need to find band members, and Rio's like, what? And also the fact that Rio it says she's busy. She's not busy at all.
And honestly, like, I will say, like, the messaging where would be like, you'll need to find new band members just for the bit. I can tell from, like, the friend groups that I'm a part of that is absolutely that is accurate.
Yep.
My friends, I have seen my friends do this.
Meanwhile, my favorite scene, I'm super biased to attention whore monsters bit from Bocchi getting the account, the social media account, where she turns into the Gojira being like my posts. That was one of the first scenes I ever saw this anime. It's just stuck with me. It's always the first scene I show anyone of this anime. Like, it's either the opening or that scene.
Yeah.
Or just literally just a compilation if they want to see more.
Yep.
But yeah, highly recommend. Very highly recommend.
So, I feel like I'm asking this just so I can give my answer, because I think everybody already knows your answer. Favorite character? Or am I wrong?
I'm stuck between the two at the top.
So you're torn in the same way I am then.
Yep. Where it's Bocchi on top of the pedestal, but Rio is just holding on to Bocchi.
It's like
with
Bocchi. Yeah,
Rio's
it's pretty much
holding on with a blank stare.
It's like Bocchi is number one, but by all rights it should be Rio. It's just Bocchi somehow is even better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Still really enjoy Kita, and Yuzuka is the workhorse, the underappreciated workhorse.
Yep.
Yuzuka, you deserve more than we can give you.
At least I remember her name.
I mean, I stopped looking at my notes like halfway through the... I didn't look at my notes for that last time, and like one or two other times during this entire review.
Yep.
I'll probably forget again in an hour. Yeah, I think this would probably place... I think I'm pretty... I could say this is my favorite anime.
Even though I love this
Probably
anime to
top
death,
five.
I can't say that it's at the very top, but it is very close.
Yeah, I'd say somewhere in the range of 5th to 3rd-ish without looking at a list, without like making a list or anything. Off the top of my head, I feel like it's probably in like the 3rd to 5th range for me.
Yeah, I'd say around there for me too. Where it's like this anime does very, very little wrong.
Yeah, like I think the only reason I wouldn't put it higher is basically just like it's not that this anime does anything wrong. It's just that other anime do things right that I personally enjoy more.
Yeah. The one gripe I have with this anime is where it decided to end at. Where it's like, it's just an odd place to end it at.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like, and it's over, and they do more band stuff, I guess.
Like I feel like they should have ended it at the school concert, but it's like that probably would have been a better spot to end it at than Bocchi buys guitar. Anime ends.
Yeah, like
It's just an odd spot to place the ending at.
Yeah, even if they, after she bought the guitar, they just had like one scene. I think it would have been better if they just had like a brief scene of them like. Even if they
They literally
could've
mentioned that they're gonna practice tomorrow. They could have just done the practice. They could have ended at the practice or something, and that could have queued up the ending song.
One thing they literally could have done is they could have had, like, them doing their practice and have the credits roll over them doing their practice.
Yeah.
I would have liked that, actually, a lot. So I thought the ending was kind of meh. But otherwise, like, I struggle to find anything to complain about in this anime.
Yeah, literally the only problem is that the ending's in an odd place. And sadly, with how Bocchi the Rock ended up in America, chances are very slim of a season 2. I would adore news of a season 2 more than anything, and we would definitely show back up for a season 2 review. But currently, Bocchi is at 12 episodes. There is not a single bad episode.
Yeah.
They're all like at least B+ episodes.
Yeah. Consistent, high quality. Bocchi, good. Watch it.